Hello and welcome to episode 19 of our Let's Roleplay Crusader Kings 2 as the Saadid Dynasty. Currently we are Sultan Khalil of the Saadid Sultanate. We are 32, so we're actually getting on a bit. Probably been the longest lasting Sultan we've had in decades. This guy, Khalil. He is proud, he is ambitious, he is diligent, he's stressed, but he's also kind, so he's doing alright there. And his main ambition, other than his family focus, is to kind of expand his territories to the north at the expense of the Teutonic Knights, which you can't really see no matter how much I zoom out. The Teutonic Order. Problem is they are big and scary, and they can hire, I presume, a lot of holy warriors. So, in the meantime, we're busy fighting a civil war against the Emir of Gallicia, because he holds some lands that are rightfully ours in Aquitaine, and we'll take those lands off him, and then he'll go back to being our vassal. Or really, he'll go back to being in prison. Cool. So we've got our 5,000 soldiers besieging this province here, and once we have that, we'll go a long way towards winning the war. We get a new court-of-arm. The Emir of Barcelona looks like the one to do it. This guy, Abdullah the Just, is revolting against our liege. Decline accept? You look to me like you're going to lose this war. And it is the war against the tyranny of Badshah Fadl the Fat. Our liege is Badshah Fadl the Fat. Anyway, I think we're going to decline. We're already part of a war. The Ummayads are very powerful, and these guys, they don't look all that strong. So we'll ignore that request and stick with supporting our liege. We lost our corona. It's not that big a deal. Hopefully we'll win Jarnac here, which will swing the war about 25% in our favour. It's already at 30%, so that would be a pretty significant bonus. And there we go, it brings up to 65. I underestimated that. Might as well capture the city and the mosque here and the next city along, since they'll be fairly quickly. And then we'll probably move over towards Corona and try and beat some of these armies. Executed some robbers in Gascony. Emir Murad, the usurper of Basra, has asserted the title of Sheikdom of Kufta from Abadan ibn Murad. Okay, that's some guy on the other side of the world. Oh no, the Saadins are actually fairly close. That's actually a very powerful empire. But why are you telling me about this guy's things? Sheikdom of Kufa? Some land over here, okay. I really don't care about that one way or the other. Marshal Wali Jalil told me about his ideas. I couldn't really understand what he was talking about, but he was adamant in his belief that it would improve the military. I am ambitious, I am diligent, I think I'll adopt his ideas. I'm proud though. No, I think I'll adopt his ideas. Anything to get an advantage here. Oh. The Calatayuds are trying to take my capital. Okay, let's just send our army south now. We've done enough here. Oh, someone's become decadent. Straighten up. My decadent kinsman Jibril ibn Musa refuses to change his sinful ways. I can declare him a kafir, which will give me a reason to imprison the degenerate, unless there's another way to get through to him. Well, I'm a better negotiator than this. I love my family, so I would be very keen in supporting him, and of course I'm an underhanded rogue, so negotiating. My agents have brought me a message from, I'm assuming that's Jibril, or Jibril, whatever, who still refuses my demands that he straighten up. He offered to give me a strong eunuch of great martial ability as a gift if I allow him to assist in decadence. No. I am proud, ambitious, whatever. This is my family. I'm kind though. Do I really want to invoke Takfir against my own family or Takfir? This is why we're so stressed. We'll invoke Takfir against them. Does that mean I can arrest him? Grand Vizier of Galicia. He's not even in my court. Actually, the guy I'm fighting, it's one of his relations. Ooh, and that civil war is ended inconclusively. So I can arrest Sheikh Sheikh of Calatayud, so let's do that. And now he's revolted. Call in allies, let's not bother. Dex has come into the war against us. If there's anyone in my prison. No. Oh, I should get a plot. Vote the Sheikdom of Porto, Perigord, Anglomi. Okay, I want to take like lots of the Emir of Galicia's lands. Kill Sheikh Rashid the Shadow. Why would I want to kill him? Do I stand to inherit something? Oh, he's my rival. No, we're kind. Split the army in half, and we'll send half of it to crush the people here. We should have enough numbers. Yeah, we're doing alright. Okay, the armies. Let's go occupy Dax with the second army. The Emir Mubarak. Until Tula likes me a bit better, that's okay. I was really hoping my brother-in-law would like me more, but he actually really likes me a fair bit. Oh, my army's pretty strong. With some mercenaries, I might even be able to take on a single holy order. Although realistically, I know, I'm just not sure I can actually beat the Teutonic Order. At least while this guy's alive. He's just got so much piety. No allies though. And his ears still got a lot of piety though. Just requires piety to hire holy warriors. Oh. Looks like the Teutonic Knights are at war with somebody. Taking Count Asna of Bourbon. So this guy. Captured some people. May as well ransom them. And you can be released since we can't ransom you. We are kind. We just captured a bunch more people. These two children can be released. Okay, apparently we're at war with the Teutonic Knights. We've got a 10,000 soldier army. So, I suppose we should head north and try and weaken them as much as we can. I'll raise what extra forces I can get. Which isn't actually much, but we'll send them to Dax to join up with our army. Okay, this war's over. Now, everybody can meet in Dax. Technology, nothing new. So it says we can still hire some more. Ah, from Calatayud, of course, because we just, it's our land now. And how are we going to do this war? If I joined up with the Ummayads, we'd actually maybe have the numbers to beat the Teutonic Knights. But no, there's 11,000 Ummayads coming up behind me, so I'll let them do the fighting. And I might just try and occupy some of these frontier provinces to try and weaken the Teutonic Knights that way. So let's move into Marsan. No, actually, I suppose I really should be focusing on crushing their army more than anything. So now let's keep occupying Marsan for now. We'll wait to see what the Ummayyads do. Because basically I think they'll be able to crush the Teutonic Knights without our help. Whatever, I don't care, it's Chief Cardi stuff. Basically, I'm hoping that Ummayyads can completely destroy whatever standing army the Teutonic Knights have, which will just give me a pretty huge leg up when I come to fight the Teutons. And if they don't, even if they just deplete all the levies of this region significantly, that will still be very good for me. But I'm too scared to actually go and take this war. No, actually, I probably should. I should send my armies here. My wife's pregnant, one of my wives is pregnant. And then send my levies home. And they'll be able to declare war and try and do a holy war against the Teutons. And they'll be able to hire a holy order. But hopefully the Ummayyads will be able to defeat that holy order for me. So let's hope this works. I'll have 6,700 soldiers. Plus my 370 people. Retinue. Holy Whiff of Bourbon, no. Gascony, maybe, because it will allow me to declare war and take Dax as well. Toulouse would be good. The invasion of Aquitaine. I could just take all of it. But we are ambitious. So let's do the invasion. Have piety of at least 1,000. Not even close. So let's take Gascony. It's also easy for me to occupy it without putting myself as at bigger risk of encountering the Teutons. And we'll just go straight into Marsan. And let's see if any holy warriors pop up here. 4,700. Those are quite possibly the holy warriors I was afraid of. But it looks like our army might just be able to kind of swarm into Marsan and defeat a few Teutons on the way. Where those 4,000 are in the south. Oh, I've improved my martial skill while leading troops in battle. That is excellent. The Teutons caught us at least a significant part of our army before we could join together. So where are the Ummayyads? 17,000 of them. They're heading in this direction. But until they arrive, we're going to be very badly outnumbered. And no, they're still heading south. Good. So it's going to just retreat straight to there. Cool. Is that my daughter? She's a mastermind theologian. Very smart girl. Okay, someone of roughly the same age. They're the Prince of Hispania. That looks like a good match. My son. So they're going to have 5,700 against my 4,000, and the Ummayyads aren't coming. I should never rely on the Ummayyads, they just never do what I want them to. Oh, here they come. Okay, well we're going to lose this battle, so we'll just order our guys to retreat to Bordeaux, and hopefully we'll be able to link up with the Ummayyads somewhere. Basically get those extra Teutonic soldiers to fight them instead of us. We have Perigord next. And these 1100 can go in and start occupying Bern. I might take into A again, and they might actually arrive there in time. Could I arrive there quicker? 26th? No, I couldn't. I perhaps could have if I had moved quicker, but I didn't. We might be able to participate in this battle. Well, that's good. And now these guys can also move into Bern. So they've got 3,700 soldiers left, but the Teutonic Knights, their armies disappeared. 16,000 allies up in the north who will hopefully take a lot of the attention off me. Another daughter called Tanin. But this holy war is not going very well for me. I'm literally losing negative 21%. But that's what happens when you lose a lot of battles. Well, I lost about half my army. $5,000. And where are the Ummayyads gone? Ummayyads? I don't see your armies anywhere. Right. Yeah, those guys are going to be attacking me, so I'm going to actually pull all my soldiers back to Albarracin, and I'll get a few more soldiers out, but actually there aren't very many that's going to come. Oops. Oh, whatever. Hopefully the Teutonic Knights don't catch my main army here. So I should hire mercenaries, I think. The Arab company. Oh, they did catch that smaller army. But yeah, oh my, where'd your army go? I need it. Sending 5 soldiers north? You must have an army up there you're going to reinforce. I just can't see it. Oh, there they are. They're up in the marsh. Just hanging out doing nothing. Okay. We've got a lot of soldiers here now. And it looks like they're occupying Bourbon. And that would actually work out well for us. Because it'll knock this war score down if they can capture it. And then keep the Ummayyads in the war on our side. How long is my money going to last? Not very long at all. So let's split off the mercenaries, or should we keep them here? No, we'll keep them here for now. And I'm just going to have to send them home shortly, I think, unless we can capture this fortress very quickly and take its money. No prisoners to ransom? There's one, the Sheikh of Calatayud. 70 gold, that will give us going for a long time. Ummayyads just won. Oh, they won that war, so now I'm alone against these Teutons. Perhaps I could try killing this guy. It's not going to work. Because I'm a Muslim and he's a Christian and he lives in a Christian country. Right, let's move these guys into Bern, where the mountains should help us. And hopefully we can still occupy it pretty quickly. Monarch's plains, Marsan's plains, so I don't really want to fight a defensive battle there. I could call my allies into the war, that could help. You would like to be tutored by me. Okay, a few people are coming to join us. Oh, and somebody needs to be replaced. My marshal. Well, you'd like to be marshal, but you'd be useless at the job compared to this guy, the Emir of Galicia. You can be training troops in Albarasan. I've been spending more time with my wife Bashira lately, and though of course we did not marry for love, I can tell it was growing between us. That's good. Oh, the Emir of Leon, heir to the Umayyad Empire, is coming to our side. Oh, and I'm now called the Great. Khalil Saadid the Great. And there's 1700 troops coming from the north, so we're going to have a decent sized army here. Assuming the Emir of Leon can bring a few thousand more soldiers to the battle. 2,000 it looks like. Plus 1,700 from there. If we can all get together, the Teutonic Knights would have a hard time beating us even on the plains. And actually, they're not that powerful. Although Thouars didn't actually come join us, which is very problematic. 26th of Feb. So we're going to fight a defensive battle in Thouars. I'll leave my retinue behind to kind of keep a token presence, keeping the siege going. And hopefully our two armies combined will be able to defeat the Teutons in a defensive battle. If my guys arrive in time. Yes, just. So, losing badly on one flank, winning well on the other, and it's about even in the centre. Volley harass, shield wall, advance, shield wall, feint, and we're doing shield wall against their advance. Probably still going to lose because that flank just won't hold up. And now our centre's been flanked, and that's us gone, unfortunately. So we'll pull my army back into the mountains, and hopefully Leon will come and reinforce us there. Oh good, now Thouars is coming into the mountains where we can actually defend ourselves. Hopefully that made my mercenaries a little bit more affordable. But it basically put the siege right back where we started. 8,223 soldiers. When our morale's recovered, I might go and try and attack the Teutons. Hopefully my allies will come with me. Yes, they will. And this is probably the best shot we're ever going to have of defeating them. Before my money runs out and the mercenaries have to go home. So, attackers, we're doing well everywhere. It's a very good start. Oh, and we are slaughtering them on that flank. Now we're flanking the centre, and that is a pretty decisive victory for us. 23.8% change in war score, we gained 50 prestige. But we've run out of money, so we'll send the mercenaries home. 1,600 soldiers, which we could have used, unfortunately. And actually we completely destroyed the Teutonic army, so we'll just occupy some lands for now and hope that they don't have enough money to hire any more mercenaries. For some reason I still haven't seen any holy orders, so perhaps holy orders can't... well, spoke too soon. Another 3,000 mercenaries have come along, but they don't have very many levies. So hopefully we'll be able to just occupy this land slowly and they won't want to actually fight us. I can raise some more troops myself, that would be very useful right now. Another 182, it's not really significant, but it's better than nothing. I should check my technology because I've got some more. Nope, nothing new though. Okay, 6,000 soldiers plus my allies. No, that's 6,000 in total. Against their 3,500. But it looks like we're going to have a sieging race, which since I've got the most troops, I should win. Hopefully. And of course, once I've occupied all three of these, that will take me a very long way to winning the war, since I'll be getting a ticking war score as well. Because it really would be good if someone would go kill those soldiers for me. Actually, what's my court-command doing? Nothing. Anyway, I had to break up a fight between my son Jibril and another child today. Jibril's heart is filled with envy. I should talk to him about kindness. It's done me well in my life. I am Khalil the Great, Sultan of Aragon and Galicia, and heir to some random mosque. We might as well occupy all three. Abdul Wahab needs his tutor or guardian, and again that'll be me. Educate the child. Myself. And Prince Khalil, the Wali of Chancellor, there is my heir. Okay. He inherited something, obviously, or maybe I gave it to him. Is that like a mosque here? So obviously my steward gave my eldest son a mosque, even though he must have been incredibly young at the time. And yep, he's my heir, then Jibril, and then Abdul Wahab. Well, at least I'm raising two of them. Actually, maybe those 3,701 aren't mercenaries because they're not reinforcing, whereas my retinue is slowly. It looks like they'll take Gascony before I take this bishopric. Okay, war score is down to 0. They're still winning mostly on battles. Lost the siege of Gascony. My dearest friends, I fear that my plight is terrible. I do not know for how long I can survive this miserable dungeon. I beg of you, please intercede with Badshah Fadl on my behalf. Your acquaintance, Emir Abdullah III, the Emir of Fez. Weren't you that dude that revolted? Fez? Yes. We are not that close. You revolted, and that's your own fault. be gaining money really quickly now that I don't have mercenaries. Lost the siege of Sasak. The Mosque of Alet is holding out. For now at least, it won't last long. But, oh, we took the city of Tartus, and now we're onto the barony of Libret, which will fall very quickly. Oh, and Fadl Fat, my liege, is invading Aquitaine, so I'd better actually take my part of this land very quickly. Otherwise the Ummayyads will try and claim it all. But having said that, first thing the Ummayyads should do is go take Gascony back for me. It would be very nice if they did. Lerida has become Andalusian. All of my lands... Oops, that was religion. Culture. They're just becoming Andalusian, which means it's better than being Visigothic, but I'm a Bedouin. So I don't really want that. Okay, looks like we're about to take Libret. And then we should take Bern next, I think. I can imprison the Emir of Valencia. I don't really want to right now, at least. We will move our army into Bern. Let the Ummayyads fight in Armagnac, hopefully. Or Marsan, or wherever they're going to fight. Or Dax, even. I don't really care if the Ummayyads die, because they'll win eventually anyway. And then I'll get to keep calm. Gascony. The kitchen is truly a wonderful place, filled with delicious things and smells, but it worries me that Abdul Wahab spends all his time here when he should be practicing sword fighting and learning how to rule. I think I'll force him to learn how to fight. This is very concerning for an ambitious and diligent person like myself, and Abdul Wahab has become brave. That was a good decision on my part. I mean, I am also kind, but would I really tolerate third in line to my throne not being a military man? I don't think I would. No, there's typhoid fever in Morlaix. Probably bad for my army, but not bad enough that I'm going to do anything about it. Oh, here's the 24,000 Umayyad troops. So they're just going to crush the Teutons quickly. My liege, who's this? Emir of Galicia. Title is right with mine, blah 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 blah. Reject diplomatically. For now, but Emir of Galicia, you want to be the King of Galicia, but that's... or you want a corona, I assume. But you've just made me your enemy, so good luck with that. Now keep marching. No, don't occupy Armagnac. Especially don't take Armagnac. I want that land. Right. The lady almost ran me down as I entered the hall. Tearfully she told me that my son Jabril had insulted her again. Tell him that honesty has bounds. I think we will. We are kind, of course. We're not going to punish him hardly, because we're very family focused, and we are of course kind, so we'll just tell him, perhaps you don't want to be mean to people. And our army is no longer large enough to actually besiege this place. Can I get more troops? A few more. Hopefully there'll be enough. Looks like this fever's actually working its way through my armies here. Oh, and something's happened there. The invasion of Aquitaine seems to have stopped. And my Holy Wolf Gascony is the only ones going along, and the Ummayyads have become my ally. Okay. Son Jabril? No, I'm raising my son. Or maybe it was just that my allies left. Now I've definitely lost a lot of soldiers here. Oh, and the Ummayyads showed up to fight us. Not the Ummayyads, the Teutons. But the Ummayyads are coming back to help. New soldiers in my court. So the Ummayyads are going to come into Björn, and when they arrive we might as well assault the place. Nope, because they keep on moving. And of course my soldiers are dying because there's a massive army here. So you're really actually not helping me out, Mr. Ummayyads. Okay, I might as well send my army home because it's not doing any good there. And then I can just re-raise it and get a few hundred more soldiers. Okay, that's actually not very good, but it's better than what we had. Go Ummayyads, I don't want to have to fight these guys in Masan with my 111 soldiers. Should have read what that was. Something was happening. Send your 24,000 soldiers to fight the Teutons there. No, don't go to Björn. There's nothing for you in Björn, it's mine. Well, at least we're winning this war. Why are you following my troops to Saragossa? You've got enough. And all you're going to do is make my soldiers starve to death. And what's the bet? The second I march towards the enemy, they'll stop following me and I'll have to fight them incredibly outnumbered. Okay, let's see how well they follow. You're not following at all. I watched my son Abdul Wahab play with another child yesterday. Noticed he didn't want to share his toys. A lecture on charity, we are kind, and he is charitable. Okay, we'll wait a little bit for the Ummayyads to catch up, and now we'll march on Marsan and hopefully catch the Teutonic army. Cool, we did it. And they got absolutely slaughtered. And now let's go to Björn. And the Ummayyads didn't follow us, and we got caught by some Teutonic soldiers. And they're not turning around to help. They are such useless allies. They're just... whatever. Where are you going and why are you going there? Limousin. What's in Limousin? There are like 3,000 Teutonic soldiers down here and you're just racing off to some other random part of the country. Whatever, we'll fight this battle in Björn. My son Prince Jabril has turned to an arrogant little braggart. I might have to rein him in a bit. Nah, he's a reason to be proud. And my army is destroyed. But I'm just going to let the Ummayyads do it for me for now. They're not going to enforce demands yet. Oh, maybe they'll take Armagnac back from the Ummayyads. Or the Ummayyads are occupying Gavaldon. No, they're not. They just sieged, assaulted us and then walked off. Okay, it looks like they're going to Armagnac. And probably once they win this battle here, that might be enough to win the war. But they lost 3,000 soldiers on that walk over to there and back. Whereas I lost all of mine, so definitely not worth it for the cause there, the Ummayyads. Cool, that brings it to 84%. And I can get 3,000 soldiers from my vessels, which is very nice. Looks like the Ummayads are about to take Björn, and once they take a few more holdings here, that'll be the war over. Cool, enforce demands. And did I get all of it? Yes, I did. I actually thought the Ummayyads would get the ones they took, but apparently they're just doing it for my benefit. Okay, now who should I give things to? Well, firstly, I'll create the Duchy of Gascony. And how about I just give the Duchy of Gascony to somebody? One of my brothers? Nope, they're all dead. One of my wife's children? I'm sure they're all dead as well. Didn't have any children. Only had a daughter. Spymaster of the Zuri Sultanate. Invite to court? No. Okay, that's not going to happen. We'll just use the character finder. No, it really should be someone off my dynasty. So let's just try Saadid. And it's got to be a male. Can't be imprisoned. I don't want a ruler. Married doesn't matter. Any religion should be my religion. Culture should be my culture. Adult, yes. And in my court. No, my vessels. Courtiers in Galicia. They both like me equally. This guy's a very good general, and probably old enough that he might be able to have children. And you can be the Emir of Gascony. And take all the lower holdings in there and you can deal with them. And now I can take Dax for him. So yay! And the Teutonic Knights have become weaker. And we've now got Christian lands to send our man to convert. Actually, we already had lots when I look at it. But now we've got more. And of course our lands now extend well into France. Saadid there, Saadid up here. And I think we might end this episode here. It seems like a good place to end it. So we managed to win our little civil war. No, we didn't. It ended inconclusively, but we won the civil war against Calatayud. Although I ended up releasing that guy for his ransom. And then we won a holy war, which is the first time in ages we've actually managed to really expand against the Christians. And it wasn't really us, it was the Ummayyads that did all the work, but we got the rewards, so that worked out very well for us. But the Emir of Galicia, been too powerful for too long, and he's made himself my enemy. So, we're going to have to deal with that next time. Other than that, things are going pretty smoothly for Sultan Khalil the Great. 39, plenty of children. Oh, he's missing a wife. Oh, she died. Bashira bint Maxim, when did that happen? Because I thought I was just falling in love with her not that long ago. Okay, my wife died. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all next time.